What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Oh, man, I know what's going on, Big Shot Bob. It's Friday. Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight. But we're not going to talk a whole lot of NBA Finals today because it's the shoot-around. We got a lot of extra topics, stuff we've gotten from our listeners. I do have an NBA Finals note that we're going to start with from our friend E on Twitter. The big old women in San Antonio street meet in New York City inside the NBA is covering the finals. And it might be the greatest NBA Finals of all time. I don't care how the series goes. And his other note was that Coach of the Year situation Rob was trying to remember on last week's show was actually Dwayne Casey in 2018. He won it after the Raptors had already fired him. I think they might have been the 1 seed in the East that year, too. They just couldn't beat LeBron. So that's what you were trying to dial up, and we were like, Lloyd Pierce, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what I thought.
Yeah.
I just knew it was someone.
But it was Dwayne Casey, and he's 100% right. That's exactly who you were trying to pull was Dwayne Casey. So thank you, E, for
thank you, E.
Appreciate the notes
and,
and always fact-checking me on my games. Thank you for that. I do want to bring this up because we kind of touched on it Tuesday, but we really didn't get into it, and I want to get your opinion on it. It is so weird to me that watching the end of the Western Conference Finals and now the start of the NBA Finals, how much Oklahoma City last year was like this beloved young upstart team that's coming in to win it, and everybody's rooting for OKC to get it done. And, like, this year, they were, like, the most hated team in the postseason. Like, everyone was shitting on OKC. Everyone wanted to see them lose to the Spurs. No one wanted to see them back in the finals. They went from, like, hero to villain, like that. I can't remember a time I've seen a team go from, like, beloved by everybody to, man, we can't wait to see them lose.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Go ahead.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
That's a good one, actually. That's a really, really good one. First year or so they were in the mix, it was like, oh, good for the Chiefs. And now everyone's like, screw the Chiefs.
Then it was like, oh, they're paying the refs off. Oh, you can't touch Patrick Mahomes. And as soon as they,
Travis Kelce's washed up. He's living on his girlfriend. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see all that stuff.
You just added that.
Well, no, but it's everywhere. Like, everybody, Travis Kelce's washed up. The only reason he's playing is because he's going to marry Taylor Swift. And it's like, I don't think the Chiefs keep him on the roster for that reason.
And I'm a type person where I never really viewed the Chiefs like that. Like, I never had an issue with Kansas City. I like Pat Mahomes. I still think personally, no disrespect to my quarterback out there in L.A., I still think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football. To me, I just, regardless of injury and everything like that, he is still Pat Mahomes in my eyes. So I've never looked at them as this villain, but I know a lot of people who have. They couldn't wait for them to lose because they think you got the refs in your back pocket and they get all the calls, this, that, and the third. So that would be my choice from hero to villain.
The key thing you just said was they get all the calls. And I think sometimes the TV exposes everything. Mm-hmm. And Americans, whoever watches, they're not dumb. They see what's going on, so and they like, okay, for the first time, okay, that's and then it happens, they'll be like, hold on now. You insulted my intelligence. I know that wasn't a foul. I know that wasn't a penalty. And so it kind of makes you turn on because people want you to earn stuff a lot of the time. They don't want to just be like, here, given to you. And I think that what happened with OKC. We saw how much was given to them and the foul baiting. And, think about it. Every time Shea shoots the ball, he falls down. And and people don't appreciate it. They like gritty, grimy, hard-working people because you think about it, 95% of Americans are gritty, grimy, haven't been, handed over the family fortune, been handed down to them. So I think for me, that's what people look at. They want you to earn it, especially in sports. Like, you work so hard to get to a point, and now the stripes or the zebras, whatever you want to call them, going to be like give you an advantage, and that's just not fair. People want something to happen on an even playing level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you think of a player maybe that's gone from hero to villain? Because SGA kind of played that role this year. He played it a little bit last year, but not as much. It wasn't as prominent. But there was a lot. Like you mentioned it just now. There was a lot of spotlight on how much he fell down in the postseason. Mm-hmm. Like, he spent a lot of time on the floor. And it was like, oh, we're really throwing a spotlight on this now.
Yeah. But, when it comes to hero to villains, the only people I can think of is baseball players. They went from heroes to villains quickly with the performance enhancing drugs and all this kind of stuff. So that's like in basketball, I don't know one.
Yeah.
In football, you don't really know one, but it's always the baseball players that go from heroes to villains because of the PEDs.
Well, the one that popped into my brain was Tom Brady. Just because he was the backup to Bledsoe, and they came in, and all of a sudden they started playing great, and it was like, oh man, the Patriots are good. And then they went on a dynasty run for like 12 years, and it was like, F these guys. I can't stand it. But he had that brief moment. Here's a question for you. Speaking of people that are retiring from football, we mentioned Russell Wilson has finalized his deal now, and he's stepping away from the Giants. He's going to go to the CBS Sports Desk. I thought
he was going to go to the Bananas.
Yeah, really. But no, he's going to sit with a pregame show that includes James Brown, Nate Burleson, Bill Cowher. It's a smart move. Who else should retire and go to the desk? Not in football, but in any sport. Hang it up, go to the desk. First one I think of is the obvious one, Draymond Green. And he's already been at the desk a bunch. But if he never picked up a basketball again professionally, I think he's probably pretty well set.
I think Draymond has a couple more years left in him, because his game is really defined. I think he's still a good defender. He can still rebound. So I think he still has a little left in him. Right. But as far as like a player that needs to just go sit behind the desk, I can't really think of one. I don't know one.
I could say Aaron Rodgers, but just because he's retiring anyway.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But the last 2 or 3 years he's run it out. I've been like, buddy.
But now to me, it's a couple of players that's just collecting checks, but prominent players who you think that would. I can't think of anybody.
I'll say this with Aaron. He may need to retire, but I don't know about sit behind it. I don't think he has the personality for the desk.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he's a desk guy.
I'm going to throw one out there, and I think it might be a little bit of a surprise. I'm going to say Klay Thompson. I think it's about that. Now, I think Klay would be, because his dad is in broadcasting, I think he'd be better behind the desk than what a lot of people think. Now, obviously, how people may feel about him nowadays with the whole Meg Thee Stallion, that ain't none of our business. But I think he'd be good being behind the desk, and whether it be NBA on NBC or whether it be wherever, I think he'd be really good. Like, I could see him sitting on the couch with the Prime cast. Yeah. I really could.
Yeah, no, he fits that vibe.
Yeah,
for sure.
Really does.
I just thought of one in baseball, and I think it's just because he's hurt so much. Is Mike Trout? Like, I think Mike Trout, very well-spoken guy, very professional. Like, can speak on baseball very articulately, but he's always hurt. And he's just floundering in Los Angeles with the Angels, and the Angels can't ever do. The Angels have had generational freaking talent over the last 10 years that they're just letting die out there. Like, Shohei left, and Trout's consistently injured and hurt. Like, put that man behind a desk.
He need more visibility behind the desk.
I got one now too, just because he's fucking just good on air. Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston is just pure entertainment.
It's waiting for
him.
He's pure entertainment, dude. He is. I saw him on.
Yeah. He's the new prime time.
Dude, I saw him on, I want to say it was TikTok or something, ranking backyard barbecue sides.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I'm like, Jameis, what are you doing? And if crab legs aren't on this list, then why are we even having this conversation?
Not for a cookout.
I know, but Jameis and crab legs go together, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, if you in New Orleans, that's part of the cookout.
It is.
He's got a bag waiting for him. He's got a nice little it's something waiting.
But
for
I see him doing like a Barstool type of a thing more than, you know what I mean? Just because his personality isn't as polished as maybe some of the guys that are on TV professionally, but he's just a great personality.
But you know what though? I'll add some pushback to that. I think he's a little diverse to where he could do both. I think he could compose himself a bit to go do a CBS, but if you put him somewhere else,
he's more fun though. And
of course. But I think he could add a little fun to it. Almost kind of reminds me, and I'm glad that he left CBS to kind of blossom. Shannon Sharpe. I always knew that Shannon, he was good for CBS, and him and Prime added a dynamic to CBS that they needed. but he never really took off until he was allowed to really be himself. Like the stuff he did at FS1, they were never going to let him do at CBS.
Not in 100 years. The Mountain Dew shit and all that.
The doggone cigarello on the goat.
The goat hat.
The mask. They would have never. They would have never.
No. Not in a million years.
I would love to see Jameis and Gronk together.
Oh, my God. That'd be unhinged. That would be unhinged. And Gronk, by the way, I didn't know how I was going to feel about him when he joined that Fox desk, and I think he does a pretty good job. Like, I think he's come a long way.
Yeah.
He's come a long way.
Yeah, when he first started, I was just like, this is rough. They're just trying to get him in there. But no, he fits that group pretty well. He's done good. So on the opposite side of that note, we did the Who Should Retire. Serena Williams officially making her professional comeback to tennis. She's going to play doubles next week at the HSBC Championships.
Who's a partner?
Who would you? I don't know. I would imagine her sister, but I have no idea.
I don't think it's her sister.
I don't think it is her sister. Who would you like to see come back to play again?
Any sport?
Any sport, any generation.
I know mine.
Who do you want to see?
I know mine.
See come back?
I know yours too.
Rob, know it.
I don't know it. Who is it?
Hey, get AD on the phone. I'm talking Aaron Donald. Get AD on the phone, baby. That boy stay in shape.
We're not doing
it. Hey, I knew you was going to say that because that's all they talk about in L.A. right now. Aaron Donald coming back to play alongside Miles Garrett.
Take your ass in the house.
Now, he's not going to do it because his wife already said he ain't doing that.
No, he ain't doing it.
But he stays in better shape. The way he works out, he had Jared Verse throwing up. And Jared Verse is an active young player. So he said he stays in better shape than most of these athletes do, but I don't think.
What was that one guy from Pittsburgh that stayed in shape? The mean looking motherfucker.
James Harrison.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, James Harrison
there.
was
they different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a monster.
But I think AD is 35 years old. He played 10 perfect seasons. He's fine.
Hey, did he go out on the Super Bowl win?
No, he came back for another season.
That's right. He did play one more year.
He tried to repeat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beyond his prime, so he couldn't now, but I feel like we missed out on Barry Sanders.
Oh, Barry.
Yeah.
You know, I would have loved to see even 2 or 3 more years of Barry Sanders because he was probably the most fun player I've ever watched play football. Just from a perspective of, like, you had to rewind, and this was before the days of DVRs and stuff. I used to have to rewind. We would tape games. And my dad would rewind it to see what he did. Yeah. Because he would get around somebody and he'd be like, how did he do that? And he would back the tape up and we'd watch it again. He was just next level.
I'll stay there. Another player that I do wish didn't retire as soon and had another opportunity to be on a contending team, Megatron.
Yeah.
Calvin
he was
Johnson.
Special. He was a special player.
Calvin Johnson, I wish he had an opportunity to go play with a Brady or Rodgers, or be on a contending, and no disrespect to Matthew, because full circle moment, Matthew is the quarterback now in L.A. Yeah. But I just think that organization, Detroit at that time, just wasn't competent. If you want to, that's the word we want to use.
No, it was because it was before the Dan Campbell years. And
it wasn't very competent, and to see a guy like as dominant as he was go out because cool. I just wish more for him.
Rob, do you have one?
I miss like Pete Sampras, man. That's the guy.
That's not a bad one, actually.
I love watching. You know what I loved about Pete? He wasn't cocky like everybody he was going to get. He just kind of did his thing. And me, it's like just go out and just play and have fun doing it and kick everybody's ass. Yeah. And just go home.
Yeah. Pete was like casual greatness. Like he would just stroll in, kill everybody, wave to the crowd, pack his bag, and leave. And it was like, did he just do that at Wimbledon? Did he just walk in there and school everybody and then just go home?
Yeah,
like eating a sandwich on the way out. He didn't even care. Like he was just, it was a casual.
And then and that's just who he is. I met him once in a Laker game. He was just like, hi, and like, do you know who you are? You one of the greatest tennis players of all time.
Okay, yeah, he's got that kind of like
so nonchalant.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, last thing we're gonna do. We'll wrap up Shoot Around this weekend. If you ever have a topic for us, or you see something you want us to talk about, and we didn't get it on to Tuesday, please send it our way. You can find us all over the place at Big Shot Bob Pod, Rob Jenners, B Harper 90, Robert Horry 7X, wherever the hell he is. He's all over the place. You can find him probably more on Instagram. You can find me more on Twitter. So last thing, I mentioned it.
What's Twitter?
Oh, yeah, well, whatever the hell it's called. X?
Nah, it's Twitter.
It'll always be Twitter to me. I will never not be able to call it Twitter. I'm sorry. Elon just needs to change it back. All right, last thing. I teased this on the Tuesday show. It was a long tease. We talked about the hot mics in the college, the softball World Series and the baseball World Series. So let's start with this one. We had 2 of them this week. LSU pitcher Devin Shearer in the Super Regionals had already been told, he's a pitcher, had already been told by the umps once, you need to knock off the language. You got to watch what you're doing. You got to stop yelling at people. He was warned. And then the ESPN broadcasters are like, we should probably bring the field mics down because he's cussing a lot. Apparently, ESPN's audio booth did not pay any attention to that notice, and we got this on national TV.
Come on, fuck you!
Told you should have potted that mic down.
Hold on, play that one more time for me.
After a big strikeout. Ready? You're going to hear the strikeout. You're going to hear him shout.
Come on, fuck you!
Yeah.
Told you should have potted that mic down. And Scott Kennedy having a chat with Devin Shearer about his antics.
It was like the second or third time the umps had to come out and talk to him about Scrubby. Yeah, no, good for him, dude. Good for him.
And where are they today? At home, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, this is my favorite one because it does come from the women's softball. Rob loves the women's softball. This was the D1 softball championship between Nebraska and Oklahoma State. To this day, it is still a mystery where this came from, who said it, or what the hell happened here. You're going to hear a big strikeout and then a voice from nowhere.
Wonderful relationship, those two. And she said when you come to Austin, they tell you you're going to be excellent. You're going to compete for national championships as an assistant, and then they're going to send you off.
I'm sorry? I'm sorry?
Was that on
What?
TV?
That was on live television on ESPN.
I can't believe I missed that.
What? One more time?
Wonderful relationship, those two. And she said when you come to Austin, they tell you you're going to be excellent. You're going to compete for national championships as an assistant.
What?
And then they're going to send you off.
Like they say.
When you come to Austin,
they
that was
say.
timed perfectly.
That's what they say when you come to Austin, apparently.
Oh,
my
man.
God. Like, okay, there's so many questions here. So many questions. This is a softball game, right? Who's screaming, lick my balls in a softball game?
Some white guy.
I guess.
Black crime, white crime, that's a white crime
That's
right
a
there.
white
That's what some
crime?
white
Oh,
guy
come
would
on.
say.
Don't hang that on us.
Yes, it is.
Although that is
We
something
would.
we would shout.
Never mind. I'm gonna leave whatever I was about to say alone.
No, bring it. Bring it. I want to hear it. Bring it.
It's a
You know
white
that's a
crime.
white
It's a white
crime.
crime because black people wouldn't say ball sack.
What would you say?
Exactly.
Lick these nuts?
We
Would it be a
nuts,
D's
yeah.
nut show? It'd be a D's. You know what? That's
Okay.
actually a really good point. Ball sack is a very white person word. You're not wrong.
Yes.
It's very definitive.
Yeah.
Like y'all remember when Mark Bryant screamed that sack, hold these nuts.
Yes. Yeah. He did not shout.
Lick my ball sack.
Yeah, no. After smoking about 90 packs of cigarettes,
Hey,
apparently,
man.
too. Jesus.
Yeah, I know a pack of Kools when I hear them now.
Oh, that's great.